Steve. Hello everybody. Today I wanted to show you how to use Discord in the Irish language, because I know that a lot of people have been confused about how it actually works altogether. So I'm going to run through exactly what to expect when you sign up for the Irish language Discord that I run, which is called Gaeilge. So I'm going to switch over my screen so you can see what I'm looking at here. Basically, Discord is an app. It was kind of primarily pushed towards gamers, but now that we're in this interesting situation, a lot of people have been jumping on to Discord for like team meetings and stuff. It's the same kind of idea with Slack, and it's a messenger app, basically a messenger and voice functionality app. Now, I really highly recommend Discord for everyone because it is super useful to use the Irish language every day in comparison to, say, Twitter, where it's kind of a bit staggered with the conversation. Discord is much faster. It's like your it's basically instant messaging. Good old days of MSN. Anyway, so this is the Discord interface. I would highly recommend you, for the first time, to use it on your laptop or PC only, because it will get you used to it. If you go straight to mobile, it can be a bit confusing. And I know that a lot of people, when I pushed out the Discord link, that they signed up straight away but didn't really understand what was going on. So anyway, let's have a gawk at what we to expect when you jump in. So here you have the basic setup for Discord. As I said, it's Gaeilge. It's over here. These are all the other Discords that I'm part of. When you join the server, you're going to end up in the Default section. Only I can see that section. And it recommends you to go to the Start Here section. And the reason is because I have laid out instructions on what to expect from the server, and also what kind of, I suppose, guidelines that we have. So for the majority of the server, there is no English in it. There's English in a few sections, and the reason why there isn't a lot of English in here is because that I wanted a space where you could use the Irish language predominantly. So that's why it's important. If you do need to ask something in English, or you do have a question about a grammar or just in general, you can scroll down the left here and you can see the English section, which is down here, English comments only, which is here. So this is all for English only, and that's where you can put all your stuff. Now, the three other sections that do allow English are the dialectal sections. You can see them here. So we have Munster Irish, Ulster Irish, and Connacht Irish. So those are if you have specific questions about those three dialects. Obviously there are many dialects across Ireland, but those are just kind of the main hubs for them. As well as that, there is no major focus on grammar in this server, because the point is to have fun with the language and use what you have. However, if you would like to learn about grammar, I do have a grammar section set up that is round here I call it the Learning Hub, but I just made up the Learning Hub. So here I break down concepts of the Irish language. I'm still learning myself. I'm making a lot of mistakes myself, but you can see here there's a lot of information to do with grammar if you scroll through. So we have plenty there that you can have a gawk through, and only I can access this part here, so it'll only be me updating it. As well as that, we also have a section for resources, and that includes anything interesting that comes up, sound files, a declenching guesser, things like that. So anything interesting to do with Irish language resources. You can see here a list of all the dictionaries, courses, and it also deals with cultural things as well to do with Ireland, because a lot of people in the server are not from Ireland, but they have a great interest in the Irish language and they're learning it. Then another subsection we have is our phrases. So we have a list of phrases here that we can kind of learn off and use as a starting point. Think of all the essays that we learned in school. And also we have a thing for lessons, should you so feel like it. There are lessons here, and you can also put your answers down here. Now, so that's the Learning Hub. Again, that's not the primary focus. The primary focus, like I said, is to have, to use the Irish that you have. So for that, the majority stuff goes into general, and you can talk about pretty much anything in there. But if you want to get more specific, we also have music, food, travel, art, movies, the environment, politics, kind of memes, and anything to do with funny stuff. Dungeons and Dragons, which I just added for the crack. We also have an RSS feed for the news, so any news article will be fed into here and updated regularly, which is handy. Now, if you are joining, by the way, just so that you don't lose your mind completely, you need to turn off the notifications, because of the news feed is automatic and we do get a lot of notifications. You're going to get a lot of pings, so straight away I would recommend setting up your notification settings, and I've set it here to only mentions. I recommend that because it's useful. You can suppress. There's a mass ping that I can do. No one else should do it because it's really irritating, but I do it every so often if something important needs to be said. But you can also turn that off should you feel so. And we also have roles here as well. But I would recommend you just turn off all the notifications and just have only mentions on for now. Okay, so another big thing about the Discord, which makes it super useful, is that we have voice chat functionality. And voice chat functionality is basically that you can chat to other people in the server. And for that, we actually set up a role, which you can see on the right-hand side here, called voice chat. And these are people who are willing to use the voice chat channel to talk to each other in the Irish language. Or you can just, if you're not confident enough, you can also jump into channel. So to do something like that, you can organize it. I tend to say that if you want to organise a time, you can go to the Fogri voice chat on you can go to this channel, set a time and a date, and then when you're ready, hop into this channel here. So when you're ready to chat, you can mute your mic, you can unmute, or you could mute. You can deafen the noise if should you so wish. Most people, if they're nervous, they keep their mic muted, which is totally fine. We don't put any pressure on anyone. And so that's that. And it's super useful because it just means that you can, speak to other people who are willing to speak Irish with you. One thing to mention, by the way, you may notice that some people's names have a CM by the side of them. Now, CM I set up, it means Cartig me or correct me. So basically it means that you're open to corrections. You do not have to have that. You don't have to put that in your name at all. You can if you so wish. And to do so, you just right click. Yeah, so you right click and you go to change nickname. And you can just add your CM into your name there if you really want to. Again, that's not obligatory. If you don't want to be corrected, that is totally fine as well. So another great functionality we have is we also have the ability to listen to the radio and to listen to music. So to listen to the radio, you need to go into the channel. Make sure you're undeafened, and then you go to up here, queue requests. It's just I put things in queue requests to keep out the to keep it as tidy as possible. And we have 3 radio stations, I believe, set up. So if you want to play radio under the Gaeilge, you just do !Orna-G, and then that automatically plays, which is great. To stop it, you can just do that, and it's just kind of common sense with the commands. You like do !pause, whatever. So that's for the radio. We have Radio Gaeilge and Radio Úna-Minh, and I think Radio Fáilte included there too. You can also listen to music. I recommend then you hopping into the music channel, and for that you do play and you pick whatever song you want to do. I have a lot of them here. So for example, if we're doing this playlist, you do it here. Now, my only request is you can play any YouTube link here. My only request is that you keep it to Irish language songs, traditional or modern, whatever, or songs that are not in the Irish language but are not in English, please, because again, I just really want to make sure that we have a big focus on the Irish language and languages here. So it's really, really useful for that. So there's a lot of things you can do with this server, and I really think that people should use it. Anyway, what else do we got here? So I think that's all the major things that we have. Oh yes, we have a section for events. So if there are any events coming up, we pop them all in here. A lot of Zoom things going on at the moment, but with the pop-up Gaeltachtaí on Zoom. And for general announcements, I put them here. No one else can post in this channel either, and that's just for anything to do with the server or ideas or stuff like that. And I think that is pretty much it. If you would like a specific role, we only have one role at the moment, and that is a voice chat role. If you like a voice chat role, just message me. I'm Unitex over there, and I will set you up with that role. And that is pretty much it. I hope that explains everything. And if you have any more questions about the server, please let me know. I know it can be super confusing at first. Please do download the desktop app. It is far easier to use than the one in Chrome. And I think once you get used to the desktop app, it'll be much easier on mobile, because mobile is just one of those things where it's just quite daunting. And on mobile, you'd have to do a lot of swiping left and right to get any of the channels. So, and also remember to turn off those notifications, because they will really annoy you. Right. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I hope this makes it a bit more clear for everyone else. Slán go fóill. Címa sé bhean.